Love. Some would say it took a backseat when the pandemic forced us apart. As a family-run and proudly Canadian-owned company, Charm Diamond Centers saw the need to bring us together with tales of love and created the Canadian Love Map podcast. Since then, we've shared hundreds of real, uplifting stories that prove love conquers all. So thank you for listening. We couldn't do it without you. And remember, love starts here.
We make each other better.
She always reminds me about what actually matters.
You know, love conquers all.
Wherever he is, I want to be there, always.
She just always accepted me for who I was.
He makes me a better person.
It was like love at first sight.
Well, love is the most important thing.
Hi, I'm Nancy Regan. Last week you heard us talk about speed dating. This week we're going to take you there. Working with our guest Jean-Eva, we set up a speed dating event. All the participants agreed to let us eavesdrop with subtly placed microphones so that we could capture the real emotion and interactions as they happened. So prepare to be a fly on the wall as we listen in. This is the Canadian Love Map.
I'm excited to talk to people. I like it. I'm chatty. If it works, it's great. If not, I walk away with a really cool story that none of my friends have.
Well, even today when I was coming, I was like, I should call and let them know that I'm sick, something like that. But
definitely nervous, excited, like good nerves and bad nerves at the same time, for sure.
No, I've been to a bunch of these. I've told this to a few people tonight. I'm pretty much a serial speed dater. Because I've been to so many of these, it feels pretty much relaxed for me. So, yeah, I'm pretty chill.
I just am in the mindset of have a fun Friday night, and if nothing else, I'll go meet up with my friends after and we'll have a good laugh. Like that's it.
I don't know. At first I was anxious, like my first time, and now I'm like, yeah, whatever, this is whatever, I know what to expect.
I'm pretty introverted, believe it or not. So, yeah, I was like, I'm going to go out and meet a bunch of people where I don't know anyone and I don't have like an extrovert to drag me along and tell me what to say, which was like one of the harder things. But that was my like hesitation. But I told all my friends that I was doing it, so I was held accountable. So I had to go.
The event itself was amazing.
In the first part of this series, I chatted with Jean-Eva Dickie. She's a matchmaker and dating coach. With countless speed dating events under her belt, she was the conductor of our special event.
The energy of the room was wonderful. It was a beautiful selection of people in all different types of like backgrounds, all different levels of experience with speed dating too. I mean, we have people that come to speed dating like veterans basically. And then we have new people that come. And then we have people that are heavy online daters. And then we have people that haven't dated since before COVID. They were all within that one event. So we got a really cool sample size of what a typical speed dating event would look like.
On a warm fall Friday evening, 15 singles have taken over a local restaurant. They're all here to speed date. And in this episode, we'll follow them as they each spend 6 minutes together.
Like bare minimum expectations, have a fun Friday night. Have a good night, meet some new people, chill. Like ideal expectation would be that at the end of this, I match with someone and we connect. And then maybe we go on a date that's not recorded or with 15 other people.
That's Hayley, one of the participants, who's agreed to wear a microphone the whole time.
It's just meeting new people and having new conversations and getting to know a bunch of people all at once. Where like I feel like if you go on a single date, I can't do it. I make the worst first impressions ever.
That's Kyler, another speed dater who's also mic'd up.
When I first started, the first speed dating event that I did with Jean-Eva, I definitely had hesitations. For the sole factor, I was coming straight out of the kitchen. I just got out of my shift, and she was like, "Hey, do you want to sit on the speed dating?" I was like, "Yeah, why not? Yeah, sure." But like, I'm just getting off work. I kind of smell like peppers, onions, and garlic. Is that okay? And Yeah. You smell like food. You're going to be great.
So this particular event we hosted, we opened it up to the public so that they could choose to come, but they had to be aware that we were going to be recording them the whole time. So there is a certain group of people that I thought would be totally open to sign up for that. Like I thought there was going to be one personality type and that's open and extroverted, but it wasn't the case. We had all different types of people sign up and be open to be recorded in that type of experience.
Now buckle up because this is going to be a ride.
I was at work and everyone's like, oh, did you prepare? No, I didn't prepare. I didn't realize I had to prepare. So no, I figured I'd just wing it, but everyone's like, you need 3 icebreaker questions. I'm like, no. I don't have time for this. I'm not writing things down. That's just gonna make it worse. I'm just gonna wing it.
With the first bell, the dates begin.
Well, hello.
Well.
I'm Hayley.
I'm Kyler.
Oh my God, it's nice to meet you.
How are you? It's stunning today.
Thank you. Look at you, the fabulous shirt.
Because I was wearing a hat, and you're like, why are you wearing a hat? Do you have hair? Like, yeah, I have hair. Well, I mean, people who wear hats don't have hair.
I am memorable, if nothing else.
Memorable is noteworthy.
Is this like your first speed dating event, or have you speed dated before?
I'm a serial speed dater.
I love that! Serial speed dater. That's awesome. I went to one, but it's fun. I like meeting people, so.
So what are your hobbies?
So my hobbies are as like any other dudes. I love sports, cooking.
Football, like you mentioned.
Oh man, football is my bread and butter. I'm in like 3 fantasy leagues. Cooking, I game a lot. I do a lot of gaming. I stream, just stuff like that.
What is the name of one of your fantasy teams?
One of the fantasy teams?
Yeah. They normally have quirky fun names. So
Hey, sometimes they do. So my one team is my balls hurt. Because it's Zach Ertz.
Okay, fair.
Okay. He's a Philadelphia player, so it's funny.
With the first few dates under their belts, our nervous and not so nervous daters are ready to reflect on how it's going so far and what their goals are.
It's a little different than what I expected. Like, I'm used to seeing on BuzzFeed where they have, like, these set questions and, like, you do those kind of things, you know what I mean? So it's a little different than what I thought it was going to be, but, like, it's not bad. Like, I'm warming up and stuff, and, like, I'm starting to figure out, like, what to say. Because, like, the first time we were at the table, we didn't realize it had started yet, so we were just kind of, like, doing paperwork, and we're like, oh, we're supposed to be talking, because it was both of our first time, so...
I think it's always a process of just kind of like wondering why I put myself in this and then kind of going, well, basically this is how you're going to meet someone. Like, meet a lot of people, just get out there. When I'm on my days off, I tend not to go out. So I'm just like, you know what? This is the way to go out and just meet new people. And like, it's like clothing too. You have to try it. It might look good on the hanger, it might not look good on the hanger, but you can try it and see, hey, you know what, this works or it doesn't work. And it really is to just have an open mind and come and have fun. You know, that's what it's all about, I think.
I think the fact that you meet people like in such a, well, it's just 6 minutes for tables, and you meet people in a short time, and you meet a lot of people, so you can, I don't know, it's good to meet people, I think.
My goal is just to have fun, and that's really it. You don't know what kind of people you're going to meet, so you just want to keep an open mind. And you know, sometimes I've come out of these with a few matches, other times I've come out of these with like no matches. So you don't want to base your night on like the results necessarily. As long as you had fun, I think that's the important thing.
I don't know if I necessarily am looking for a relationship. I'm incredibly busy, but like another date outside of this would be great. I feel like that's an achievable goal, especially with how my life is right now. Like I feel like that is like a low bar.
So there's people that would see that, you know, quickness and just kind of go into their natural state of conversation and just enjoy the fact that, yeah, this is going to be over in 6 minutes and then I won't have to worry about it. So let's not worry about it. Let's just enjoy this. But then you get the people that are thinking about, could this person be, you know, my future partner for the rest of my life? I think he's so cute, or I wonder if he wants to have kids, or I wonder if he likes me. Am I talking too much? Am I talking not enough? Do I look cute? Does my outfit look nice? Is my lipstick smeared? Like, there's people that can be present and there's people that are completely not present. It just depends on the individual for sure.
For Kyler, it's a much more efficient way to find the right person.
Best case scenario would be, I guess, like maybe finding your life partner, right? Like that's why you're doing the speed dating, is you kind of condense all the dates that you would normally, like that would span over 4 or 5 months, maybe even a year, like how many dates you go on to in a span of a year versus here's 7 dates. Now, hopefully you can gel with someone and go from there. I almost never cook at home anymore for the sole factor. I'm like, there's so many dishes cooking from scratch. I'm like, I need dishwashers. Just some random guy that comes over and like, here man, like I'll make you a good meal so I can make myself a good meal. But you're doing the dishes.
Because it feels so wasteful to do it for yourself.
Yeah, well, I've been cooking so long now that I can't cook for myself. I cook for like 10, 12 people. I don't even know how I'm going to eat all this in a couple of days. And then I look back I look in the fridge. I'm like, yeah, this is all gone bad. Like I don't even.
For Hayley, it's a little more relaxed.
I think I was just kind of like, why wouldn't you give it a try? Speed dating has been around for a while. The dating world is weird and different, so why not jump into speed dating?
So where are you from?
I'm from Cape Breton originally, but I've been in Halifax 12 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where in Cape Breton are you from?
North Sydney. So if you were to go to Newfoundland, the ferry goes right through my hometown.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit familiar with the other side of Cape Breton. I've been to St. Margaret's Village many, many times.
Yeah. Where are you from?
Not from there.
No.
I'm from the Valley originally.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was incredible to grow up there. Like, I really am glad I did.
We're more than halfway through, and for some of the rookie daters, the advantages of speed dating are emerging now that the nerves have settled.
Like, I will get to meet people, which is better than swiping on people. And if I actually like someone, cool. That's like a bonus of actually going out. But the odds of going out and meeting only 8 people and actually finding your person doing that, unlikely.
With regular dating out there, you can never be sure what the other person is really thinking, and you might end up embarrassing yourself if you don't know what the other person is into. What's nice about speed dating is that everybody is there for a reason, and you know that. So it's a little bit easier knowing that, being like, okay, this is a speed dating scene, and so we're all just on dates. We're looking for the same thing, generally.
One-on-one dates off of like Tinder, you've got that fear of like, am I gonna recognize the person when I walk in? Because that's definitely been a problem. Whereas with this, it's just like, oh my God, I'm going to meet a lot of people all at once and I have no idea what I'm walking into.
I like meeting people in person because I feel like you get a better sense of who they are. Like, I feel like when you swipe online, you see the best things they have to put forward or what they want to see. Your first few conversations are either like a couple gifts or a couple normal lines that you always have, and then it fizzles out. Whereas here, you actually got like 6 minutes to just talk to someone. So I find that you get a better sense of who the person is because you actually get to see them, talk to them, interact with them, kind of like feel their vibe a little bit, which is very different than online dating. Like, I've always been hesitant to meet up with people off like dating apps because I'm like, who are you really when you're not behind the screen?
Feeling pretty good. think I might match with a couple. I think there might be a couple that I'm not so sure about. But I think the night's going pretty well. Yeah, I'd expect the same the rest of the night.
For some of the introverts, it's taking a lot of energy to put themselves out there.
I think it's the same thing of like, it's meeting a lot of new people. At the same time, it can get really overwhelming to just, it's one after another, and you're kind of like going like, okay, I need a little bit of time to recoup. I'm more of an introvert, so it's like, I don't have that time to recoup. I'm going right back in to meet someone new, and that's definitely tough.
The thing that's fascinating about speed dating events is that you can walk by and observe a date, and if that date's going good, they have no idea on who exists around them. Do you know what I mean? They don't see you watching them. They don't see any of that. But the stuff that I observed was very similar to what I would observe on a normal speed dating event. We have the nervous people that are just, destroying the date. And then we have those, the queens that are the social butterflies that get all the men. And then we usually have a king as well that just kind of like gets all the women. And they were in true form that night. And and then we get, those sweet guys that are so easy to talk to and so easy to be around, but they get friend zoned all the time. We had that. We had it all. Like, it was really, really cool.
Hi, how are you? You know how I always have to be good at the things you like, and I've only recently kind of learned that. Like, I can do things and like them and not necessarily be good at them.
New Orleans is amazing. I've been twice. Football mainly, because I'm a big football fan.
Fair.
Where else? I've been to West Virginia. West Virginia was a lot of fun. Costa Rica. I went to Dublin a couple years back. That was a lot of fun. I went to Dublin the year that COVID hit. I was so disappointed because literally I got there March 13th. And the world shut down the 14th.
Oh, that's not good.
And I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Ooh, I live close to Point Pleasant. So I love those trails, and the sunset is so nice out there.
You like hiking?
A little bit, yeah. I'm definitely up for a hike. I wouldn't say I'm someone who's like some people are like, I know this route and that route. I'm like, I think I found this one on the map, and I'm willing to see if it's an actual
With the last bell, our speed daters are coming to the end of the night. Has it been a success?
And at the very least, you do it one time. Maybe it's not for you, maybe it is for you, but at the same time, at least you get the opportunity to see a bunch of people, get to know them, get to at least have a couple of drinks, relax, and spend a night out.
I really like how all the girls are being very supportive. Like, when I walked in and I had no idea where to go or what to do, they were just kind of like, come over to our little group. And then at halftime, they were there that we can kind of just go over and chat. And I was like, okay, is this going all right? What are you guys saying to do the conversation? What do I do? And they've been really reassuring. So I found that very, very great. I didn't really expect that.
It's short enough, but long enough too, to be like, if it's not going well, you're like, all right, let's get this over and done with. And then if it's too short, then you're like, well, I do actually want to see this person again. So it works.
It bridges the gap for people who might find dating that to be a little awkward, because walking in here that everybody in here is single and looking. You don't necessarily get to control that if you're walking into a bar or if you're online dating, because you don't know what people's intentions are. And but here, everyone has a kind of vested interest in that. Everyone has a common mindset.
It's 6 minutes of your life that you have to invest, and that's it. It's and sometimes it takes a little bit long. It feels a little bit longer than 6 minutes. Sometimes it feels a little bit shorter, but it's great. It's 6 minutes and that's it. So do it. If you want to meet 8 people in 3 hours, it's a great way to meet people. I think so.
So it works in a couple different ways. Of course, at a speed dating event, on average, we get one couple out of each event. So coming to a speed dating event, yeah, just based statistically, there's a good chance that you might meet somebody pretty special. But I think the power of a speed dating event that's a little bit even more beneficial than that is the confidence that you get from coming to a speed dating event. And also, a lot of people, when they call me for matchmaking, they're saying, why are you coming to me? Online dating sucks, right? Online dating sucks. And yeah, if you are exclusively dating only through online dating, you're going to have a very negatively skewed outlook on dating. Whereas when you come to a speed dating event, those people go from 2D to 3D. And their humanity is there, and they're kind to one another, and people will come and realize that, online dating, like speed dating, is not that bad, or dating is not that bad. It's a lot of fun. It's nice to know that there's good people out there. I may not have met my match, but it was just a fun evening meeting cool people.
And what about Kyler and Hayley?
Oh, the event was great. Met a lot of people. Met some actually old friends that I've seen before. Connected with them. It's been at least, I think, 3 years since I've seen one of them. So catch up with them and see what they're doing and how life is going for them. It's really cool. Speed dating can bring out a different persona in you because you're seeing so many people at once that you kind of have to be out of your bubble. You can't just be shut down like you normally would. You actually have to conversate and talk to people and ask like some big hitter questions or like some little questions that just get to know someone, right?
Anyone who is considering doing speed dating and maybe a little nervous or unsure, I would just say, like, you're going into a room with however many other people. So tonight, 15 other people who are all here for the same reason. We're all singles who are looking to date and maybe want to meet someone. So, jumping out of your comfort zone, there's nothing to be like embarrassed or nervous or awkward about. Like, we're all in the same boat tonight. So I think it's almost like the ideal situation to meet someone. So don't be nervous, do it.
You never know where love is going to show up. And speed dating is an option for some singles who want to feel safe, be efficient, and maybe even have an adventurous new experience. All of them looking for love. Thanks for listening to the Canadian Love Map. If you love us, please subscribe and share. And if you want to help us spread the love even more, rate and review our podcast. It makes such a difference. We'll be back next week with another love story to add to the map. This podcast is presented and made possible by Charm Diamond Centers. It's hosted by me, Nancy Regan, and is produced and distributed by Podstarter.